Hello, I'm Newlands from Performance Marketing Insider, here with Richard Earl. Richard is from the UK. He is a PPC expert and consultant for a number of companies about PPC for Google, as well as buying Facebook ads. Richard, tell me, you work with a lot of clients. When you take over a PPC campaign, what are the common mistakes you see?
I would say that the biggest mistake I usually see is that the campaigns are too broad.
Okay.
So clients, if they do it themselves, usually don't use they're not monitoring their search terms properly.
Yes.
They're not categorizing their campaigns properly, so they're just wasting clicks or ultimately causing too many impressions.
Right.
Probably spending too much money.
So really focusing down the campaigns, knowing exactly what to target. So how do you find the particular key terms you're going to be bidding on Google, for example? Do you use competitive analysis? Is it a keyword tool? What is it that you're doing that's special?
Yeah, so very much so. So ultimately trying to understand, first of all, the client's target audience, and then from there, and basically what they want to do. So from there, ultimately, using competitive analysis to ultimately understand what everybody else is doing,
right?
So we can drill down into budgets, into ad creatives, into keyword groups, and understand the competitive horizon basically. And from there, ultimately, we would put the initial creatives and campaigns together.
And what tools do you use for that?
Some tests. Say that again, sorry.
What tools do you use for that?
I have used in the past tools such as AdGuru.
Yeah.
And in sort of later terms now, we use our own in-house software.
Richard, how are you optimizing landing pages and making sure that every click you generate counts?
Okay, cool. So from a landing page point of view, you must have your tracking in place, and then obviously analytics. You must understand what's happening on the page if you can.
Yeah.
And we find that when you obviously ultimately create your first campaign, try if you can have a couple of pages ready, because one will work better than the other. And some tips that have helped us in the past is sort of the personalizing the page as much as you possibly can.
Okay.
Or from a geo point of view, if you can target areas that your customers obviously reside in, we found that helps some conversion as well.
Excellent. And you also do Facebook ad buying. What are your tips for someone new to buying Facebook ads?
Okay, so there are certain tools on the market as well that would help you from a competitive point of view.
Okay.
So again, there are tools that come into the market as well that they may be more mainstream soon.
Yep.
Ultimately, now if you're entering a market, you have a great opportunity utilising these tools to understand what your competitors are doing, to understand the ad creatives that work.
Yep.
And using this information, you can pretty much piece together maybe not a winning campaign immediately, but you're going to give yourself the best shot to then be able to optimize your campaign moving forward.
So Richard, what are your tips for finding and creating great Facebook campaigns, and maybe understanding how your competitors are doing it?
Okay, cool. So there are certain tools on the market at the moment that give great competitor analysis. Some mainstream, some are not. And a tip that I would give, if you are looking to enter a market, a great tip would be create an account, like certain groups that you're trying to target. Right. And ultimately what will happen is you'll start getting ads served to you sort of related to those groups.
Yes.
And if you can monitor those ads over a certain period of time, and if you see that those ads are appearing all the time, especially if the traffic, is in high demand for that particular market, that guys are spending a lot of money, running those campaigns. So ultimately, if they are working, obviously they're going to be split testing, but predominantly they will be working. So create a new account, get yourselves in groups, liking groups, and obviously campaigns, and then you'll see these ads coming through.
An excellent tip. Thank you, Richard. What do you see as the future for media buying? Is it mobile? Are there some specific things you're doing there, or is it just more focus and more targeting?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I think it's pretty much all of that, really. That obviously we see that handsets are absolutely taking over. So make sure your campaigns are optimized for mobile. Yeah, you know, Facebook is the ever evolving beast that it is. So their ad serving is going to become extremely aggressive.
Yep.
You know, there are hundreds of millions of people on Facebook, so you know that fact alone cannot be ignored. So we'll see these ad platforms evolving, but also, you know, we get great results from PPC via Google at the moment still. So, you know, make sure that your campaigns are tight, your keywords are tight. You know, you understand your market, you understand your audience. So you're going to give yourself the best shot. And ultimately, if you can stretch to using tools that you can monitor competitors on, you can use obviously their campaigns to your advantage. So again, you're giving yourself a really good shot at creating a profitable campaign.
Excellent. Richard, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm
Bye.
Murray Newlands. You've been watching Performance Marketing Insider, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.